Welcome to Military Broadcast Radio.
Every view, every listener, and every share helps our mission.
Every donation helps keep military broadcast.
Yeah, I know.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Yeah. NY born, NY built.
What is up, yo?
Vanilla
Happy
Gorilla,
Sunday,
Big Dog.
Another Sunday
Untouchables.
with
Let's
your
go.
favorite
Step in the
hostess
ring like kings of the
with
block.
most.
Gorilla grip, Big Dog, never stop. Iron in the veins, no gimmicks, no props. This is hard work, black top and body slops. Ain't no flash, just fists and fake. We run through ropes like we run through
It
gates.
can't be. This is crazy. And if nobody at home knows who this guy is, this is the Big Dog. And he did get a tip from the Brooklyn Prodigies earlier on that they had travel issues, but not due to them being scared or anything like that. But oh my gosh, the Vanilla Gorilla and the Big Dog and the Untouchables just inserted themselves into this tag team.
Elbows harder than a steel trash can. One shot, knock them flat on sight. Two beasts bred for the spotlight fight. They can talk tough, walk loud all night, but in the ring, we bite and we bite right. We are untouchables, NY bred. Two fists swinging, leave legends dead. Joey bring the rage, Dave bring the brain. Together we storm like a runaway train. Untouchable, New York style. We don't tap, we make them snap.
Yo, what is up? What is up? It is I, the Big Dog, the Vanilla Gorilla, and the OG. What's going on, OG?
What's going on, brothers?
Nothing. Trying to hang up my sign.
My banner that I bought.
Nice.
What you gotta do is undo the one.
Here, do the show. I got this.
Go. What's up, OG? Talk to us.
No, not much, man. Just recapping the WrestleMania or SummerSlam. Right now, I'm watching it. I thought it was a stellar card up and down the lineup.
It was.
A lot of people didn't think it was that good.
I thought it was really good. I love all the twists and turns. I suspected that the Bellas were gonna turn on Brie or on Paige. And I was right.
Well, I knew that was going to happen because, like she said, you can't take her house.
And then I don't know. I think Sikoa is a good guy now, right?
Yes. Yes, he is.
I like the Brock. I'm watching the Brock and Oba match right now. Oba's taking it to Brock Lesnar.
That was an interesting match.
That was very interesting. Very interesting match.
Yep, he just set up a table against the cage right now, and looks like Brock's about to go through it unless he reverses it. Nope, he went through it.
I'm trying to get it bigger, but I don't know how to do it. I'm trying.
Oh, but just taking it to Lesnar. Wow, I didn't expect that as a start.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I like the set. The set's really nice. I like the Viking theme. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. It's very cool.
I like the trailers for Street Fighter. That looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
Did you see how what's his name came out? Punk? Not Punk.
Cody?
Yeah,
With the Street Fighter version of his mask?
that was dope, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So look, guys, just so you'll know, we have a flyer, a thing now. Here's me and Joey, Turnbuckles and Stovies Pod. We're gonna order one with Dennis on it soon. So we're working on things. Our cigars will be here this week for us to test. And if
That's exciting.
If we
You guys psyched for that?
Yes. If we love them, they'll be out by the end of August. You have to prepay. Your cigars is $55 for a 5-pack, shipped and delivered. So
that's a good price. That's a nice price. I like that. That's a lot better price point.
You would send us the money, and we paid for them, and could put to this.
And how do they send you the money? Can they Cash App you, PayPal? What? How are they going to do that?
Apple Pay, Cash App, however you want to send it, however Joey has it. I don't know.
Okay.
That until I need the money, and then I take care of it. But yes, so it's Apple Cash. I got Apple Cash, so I don't know if you want to pay by Apple Cash, Venmo, however you want to pay us, that's fine. But once we test them, they should be out by the end of August. And
all right.
You Apple Cash us or Venmo us, we go from there.
Nice.
So,
I guess this year.
I am about to light up cigar number 7. And it's a Carrillo Encore.
all right.
I'm using
So,
my select draw.
Our guest. We're gonna take a break. And we're gonna bring in our guest. I don't even know how to say it. Turned it on. What'd you get? New mics? Or you changed them?
Man, I thought we were through with this. Then I watched the evening news. There were folks that still wouldn't stand for the old red, white, and blue. At first it made me fight and mad how they think that that's okay. Then I thought they just don't understand, and given a chance I'd say, have you ever been there when taps was played or for a 21 gun salute? Had to hear the words you never want to hear. Have you ever had to face that truth? When a son or daughter didn't come back home to a family so devoted, then you might not disrespect our flag if you'd ever been handed one folded. Have you seen a heartbroken mother or a father fall to his knees? Been there when a family got the news that your freedom wasn't free? Have you seen a flag draped coffin? If you did, how did it make you feel to know a soldier died to give you the right to stand or kneel? Most of us are immigrants, proud to call America home. And I'll stand for the red, white, and blue, even if I gotta stand alone. 'Cause I've been there when taps was played for a 21 gun salute. I had to hear the words I didn't want to hear. Yeah, I had to face that truth. When a son and daughter didn't come 140.
What is up? What is up? Happy Sunday, happy fun day. I am the big dog. That's the vanilla gorilla. We got the OG in the house, wherever he is. Oh, I see you. And today we have a special guest with us today from Caribe Bliss.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
And there he is, everybody.
What is up, Mr. Ellis? How are you, sir?
I am great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. So, you know, I have a lot of questions, right?
Of course.
So, my question to you is, I see your cigar company has been established since 2024. So you've only been out going on a year and a half or 2 years. So what did you do before you got into the cigars?
Well, I was in New York City Cop for 20 years. I was at NYPD for 20 years. I worked in Manhattan. I did that, and just before I retired, I wanted to open a cigar lounge here back in my country where I am in Barbados. And another lounge moved 5 minutes from where I was looking at. And I made a trip to DR shortly after that. Brand. So I went to the factory, made a deal, of course. Then I came back to New York and just started doing all the necessary paperwork and stuff like that. And that's what got me into the business.
So before that, you didn't know nothing about the business except smoking, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So how does your wife feel about you putting out cigars?
She has to understand that's what I want to do. That's what I like doing. And she's been very supportive, so which is good.
Okay. So how did you come up with the name Caribe Bliss? What is that lineage to you? What does that have to do with you? That has to do with Barbados and things like that?
Yes, Caribbean islands, Caribbean theme. You're trying to bring all the cultures of the Caribbean into one. So that's where the Carib comes from.
Okay.
And yeah. So it's been a good success so far. Actually, this month makes 2 years, the 31st. I'm in business.
Okay. Well, congratulations on that. Not a lot of people can say that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
A lot of people come on and they've been in a business a year, and then you get them to come back on, and they can't come back on because they stopped making cigars. They said it's too much work. So, anybody want to jump in here and help me out? Like, tell us about your cigars. How about that? Tell us about your cigars. I'm smoking a Beach Life.
That's what I'm smoking right now. So when I first started, I really started with 2 cigars. From DR. Most of my cigars are from DR. I have one supplier in Brooklyn as well. All handmade cigars. So I started with Habano and Nicaragua when I first started, and almost 2 years later, I'm up to 9 cigars.
Wow. Okay, so the Beach Life, what is that? What kind of cigar? Long filler, short filler?
The wrapper is San Andres Maduro leaf.
Okay.
The filler, the binder is Dominican and Cuban seed, and the tobacco is Indonesia Sumatra.
Wow. Okay. And Joey, what are you smoking?
We're all smoking. So everybody but OG is smoking the Beach Life because I didn't have a chance to send him his in enough time.
Yes.
I have it with me. That's on me. Now I know you had sent me a sampler pack of your cigars as well before that, and it was the Habano. I forgot. I had the list.
Nicaragua, Habano, I think it was a Perfecto in there,
Yes.
and a Bayville, which is Bayville Special Edition. So that one is actually made in Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's not flavored, but it's a mixture of dark chocolate, black pepper notes, Nicaragua binder and filler, and North Carolina tobacco.
Okay. That cigar was fantastic. That was actually probably out of what you had sent me, that was probably one of the favorites that I had actually smoked that I enjoyed. That little Perfecto was very good as well. Now let's go into kind of, because I noticed each of your cigars, like you said, you have the Habano, the Nicaragua, the Father's Day special, which was your Bayville special edition, the Beach Life. How did you come up with the names for each of these cigars?
So again, the Bayville Special Edition is actually the neighborhood I grew up in, where I'm actually right now. I actually went across the street here. I went to school here. I'll give you a quick video here. Yeah, so I'm in the neighborhood. Yeah, I'm in the neighborhood where I grew up in, and Bayville was named after this neighborhood I grew up in. It was actually called a different name, but like I said, I wanted to use my own. The Island Gold is actually, again, just keeping the theme of the island. So Island Gold to me, because of the colors, the shade. So the other ones like Habano, Nicaragua, those are standard. So I didn't really want to touch those. But the ones that I actually got custom made for me, that's how I come up with the names.
Okay. Now, do they all come in different sizes, or are the sizes that you sent me kind of what you have out there?
I also have a Churchill. The Bayville Special Edition is actually the Churchill as well. So that's actually the largest one I have in my collection. I actually have now I started making Coronas, but they're actually flavored. They're not done yet. It's still in the factory in New York. So I had a lot of requests from when I do events from mostly female smokers. So I have like a honey and bourbon, and I have a great flavored cigar. But those are for people who like to smoke flavored cigars. So I'm trying to, try to cater to everyone. Want to do events and stuff like that. So I'm trying to be fair. Well, I would say in my world, I try to be fair to everyone. So
now, let me ask you this question, because we've asked everybody this, and OG can jump in if he wants. So, do you cater to what the people want, or do you make what you feel that you want to smoke that you think the people are smoking? Am I correct, OG?
So what you're referring to is when he's blending the cigars with the factory, right? You're referring to when he blends
I believe so. OG,
when he blends
isn't
the
that the
cigars
question
with the
that you
factory.
asked?
I'm sorry, you broke up.
Isn't a question you asked about them? Do they cater to their cigars, or do they cater to what the customer?
So, yeah, I think what you're asking is kind of what he would ask normally is, when you blend your cigars, do you cater to your palate and what you like, or do you try to blend for everybody?
Well, most of the blends that I'm doing is actually catered to
most people would like request. For example, I had a guy at the lounge. He said, "Do you have a short cigar? You know, like I'm on break from work, and I wanted a short smoke per se, right? And he has maybe 30 minutes or something like that. So that's why I came up with the Perfecto cigar, which is a very small cigar, kind of a quick, not as fast as a quick smoke, but the general idea was to have something for someone to smoke, you know, in a short space of time, so to speak, right? So that's how the Perfecto came about, right? And it's actually been very good reception. Um, so the blend was actually made in DR with another. I have three suppliers now, so that was actually made.
There you go. Nope. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Perfecto blend was actually made by a factory in DR, and I just went with it. I didn't change anything. I just wanted that short smoke, and I just went with the blend for that. So I didn't really touch anything on that one. But the idea was just to have a short smoke for some, you know, people who have a short space of time, you know. So that's why I went about that. So sometimes I do cater to customers that want, you know, a particular cigar or something that is generally for everyone. So sometimes I do trial basis of my cigars, and that's how I um, continue. So I do a trial basis, and then it goes from there. So that's basically how I do it. So you
So
know,
I'm gonna ask you this because Joey told me that you reached out to him. That
I think it was something. I think he reached out to me, or I reached out to him.
well, whomever. So what made you reach out to us and send us your cigars?
to me, I had reached out to the gentleman that do the ash report, and then I got a request from Joe here, and then I sent a request out to him because I like to actually get different what you call criticism, so to speak, on my brand because that makes me better to have a different opinion from different people. So that's how that went about, and that's
Yeah,
how we out here.
you had smoked the Habano out of that pack.
I did.
You had smoked. What did you think of that? Because I didn't smoke that
I
one.
smoked your Habano. I thought it was really good, actually. I'm not a big Habano fan. I'm a straight up
Right.
full body Maduro, and
Hmm.
it's a really great cigar. Uh, you know, I'm not a Maduro. I'm not a Habano fan, but I probably buy it just because I like it. Um, you know, but other than that, if you got full Maduros and you can make it a 5-pack, I
This
can
is
buy a
what
full Maduro.
this is what this is a full body Maduro. Now is this a 4x60 or a 5x60 or a 5x58, something like that, right? 5x60.
Hmm.
Okay. Now what made you come up with this size?
It's actually my cigar sold here in Barbados at the lounge of two places here, and sort of I actually like the gauge itself for personally. But here in the islands, they tend to want bigger gauge cigars for some reason. I don't know what it is, but I try to again. I try to cater to the market here, so they want a bigger gauge cigar. So that's why I came about this gauge, and I also like it on a personal level as well. And honestly, it's been doing very. It has a very good reception. It's been doing very well. Um, so I'm very happy with this choice actually in this gauge.
Okay, so
I
you
mean,
have
this
you have
blend
9 cigars out.
definitely fits this gauge.
Are you
for sure.
going to Vegas next year for the PCA?
I would try to because, like I said, I would try to next year, because the first year doing this, it was very hard getting into the cigar game. So this is my second year. I started going and branching out, traveling a lot more. I did Nola Cigar Fest, was actually one of the sponsors in New Orleans. So I'm starting to branch out a little more now that I have a good clientele, a good market. So now I'm branching out a little bit. So yeah, so I might be there next year.
You should join TPA, which is what me and Joey are in, and we were.
And OG's a part of it
And
as well.
OG's a part of it as well. It's a Tobacco and Pipe Association, Tobacco Product Association. What it is Ismail Olivon owns ROCF, and when they went to New Orleans, you weren't able to smoke there. So
originally, that was the plan.
That was the original plan. So what he did, him and the other 3 partners rented a warehouse. And the only way you can get in there is if you know me or Joey or anybody that's in the TPA. If you don't know them, you're not going to be able to get in. So, so guys, on that note, we're going to take a 5-minute break and we'll be right back with our guest, Mr. Wayne Ellis.
What you got, why he got it good. Always just a little misunderstood. But I never tried to change you, even when you're drunk all day. Every time you break, oh, it breaks my heart. Watching you drown yourself and fall apart. You're killing yourself, and it's killing me to have to say. Though it hurts so much, 'cause I love you. You were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it as much as I think I can. And I thought in the end you'd miss me. But I guess I wasn't stronger than the whiskey. I've heard it only hurts 'cause you love so deep. Letting you go after all the cheap shots you take of me and Jameson. Your daddy don't help, no, he feeds you lies. And you're wondering why you can't sleep at night in the bed I made. Oh, I thought you were the one, 'cause you were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm blues. You were my soulmate. Damaged man. And I paid for it
What is up? What is up? Happy Sunday, happy fun day. I am the big dog, just the vanilla gorilla and the OG.
Also, sporting the shirts from
Sporting the shirt from
ForJohnsApparel.com.
Apparel.
Go get
your shirt.
yours. Go get your turnbuckles and stogies merchandise all over there. We're all over there. We got hats. We got shirts. We got. We might even have
a couple of flags.
some flags coming soon. Maybe we'll see. OG, how you feeling?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Just wonderful. I know you had a bad migraine last night, so I'm just making sure you're doing all right.
Oh yeah, much better today. Thank you for asking.
Okay. So, geez, where am I going to start? I don't even know where to start.
I mean, he's answering every question you got, so it's kind of
understand.
hard for you.
Kind of hard for me.
And we do love the fact that you are able to answer the questions, and you have a wealth of knowledge behind you working with the factories and the brand and stuff like that. And for people who don't know, you said you came back to New York and filed the necessary paperwork. Kind of take us through that process. What was that like? Because I've heard it's a big, like, red tape kind of deal, and it takes a long time.
After I made the cigar deal in DR, came back and I did my regular business license. I did my EIN, which is my taxes, and then I filed for my tobacco license. And actually, it wasn't a very long process. It was actually pretty smooth, surprisingly, and that was pretty much it.
And now, kind of, if you want to, how much did all of that wind up costing you to get all of your licenses, your wholesale and distributor license? Do you have your retail license as well?
License. I don't have a distributor license. I just have a retail tobacco license.
Okay. Now, how much did that? Yeah, I always like knowing when people say they're they're from, whether it's California, Florida, New York, kind of the different price ranging between, the states.
On cigars.
Yeah, we have a 75% tax, and that's the worst.
So, what does each one of your cigars cost?
So my cigars start at 14 and go up to the most expensive is 18. I don't go no higher than that.
And that's the Churchill, correct?
That's the Churchill, yes.
And where can they pick them up? Can they order directly from you? Or they got to go to a store?
You can order on caribelesscigars.com, or you can always DM me on Caribeless Cigars on Instagram.
Okay.
If you are in Brooklyn, you can order from Havana Dreams. No, sorry, Queens is Havana Dreams Cigar Lounge. If you are in Brooklyn, New York, Vape on Cloud on Washington Avenue, which is 619 Washington.
Okay.
If you're in Barbados, you can get it from Platinum Coast Cigar Lounge in Lime Grove, St. James.
Okay.
Christchurch here in Barbados. Memories of Barbados Gift Shop. That's one of my new locations. And there's a bar called Flaming Pelican Bar and Grill in Barbados as well.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. When somebody places an order with you, is there a minimum on how many boxes they have to order, or can they just
as
order
far
one
as
box?
like a retail location?
Can they order just one box from you and see if it sells, or do they got to order all 9?
No, they could do 1 or 2. I don't push for that. I welcome the idea of they doing a sample, 1 or 2 boxes, and working and see how it goes. I'm fine with that.
And do you, let's say they run out, can they order a bundle from you and put it back into the box, or they got to order a whole new box? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
We can't hear you. You cut out.
You cut out. We can't hear.
Giving me a hard time here. Wi-Fi is giving me a hard time. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
now say it again. I'm sorry. What happened?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
So now you were saying that can they order a box or do they have to, can they just replace it with a bundle?
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what happened here. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
He can't hear us.
You can't hear us.
All right,
Sorry,
let me
guys.
exit and rejoin again.
Exit and come back in. So, OG, let's
Yes, sir.
get back to wrestling. What are
What
you
you got?
watching? What are you watching?
It's over now. SummerSlam.
So, what did you think?
There we go.
What did you think of the first match?
I'm just bringing this down so I can see when he jumps back in.
I got to remember what the first match was. That was the ladies started off the show, right?
The opening match was Io and Liv.
Oh, I thought that was a fantastic match.
I did too.
I'm gonna be honest. I have to say,
I thought Io was gonna win.
no, I like that match. My favorite match, besides obviously Punk and Lesnar. Or hold on, he's back. Hold on. Can you hear us now?
There we go. I can hear him.
I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Again, let's ask the question: can they reorder a bundle and put it in the box, or do you want them to order a whole new box?
I have no problem with that.
So they can refill the boxes, because a lot of companies now are going to, like, you can buy the boxes to start with, and then you can order bundles from there, so the pricing is a little cheaper on the retailers end, so that they don't, if they don't want to charge as much, they don't have to, because you remember, like a lot of people don't understand is you're making up for the price of the box and everything else when you charge per cigar, and especially in New York. Obviously it's a 75% tax. So every little bit that the retailer can save to kind of not pass off to the consumer is a big win in your book, in our book, in the retailer's book, because that business keeps coming back.
Well, let's ask Dennis about that. OG, tell us about that part when you had when you were working in the shop and that happened.
Yeah, it was pretty much their goal was to be able to just reorder bundles. They're bigger companies that make you order brand new boxes. The major brands like Davidoff, you couldn't order bundles. You had to keep reordering boxes. So that was a little more expensive. But whenever we could, we just try to order bundles and replenish the boxes we already have in stock,
Yeah.
What I normally do is I just, like I said, I do wholesale anyway to a retail location. So I don't actually charge a full price on my cigars. If, like, let's say you are a retailer, so you're selling my brand, I do a wholesale price for that person.
Okay.
That's doing the retailing. So doing a bundle to refill is not a problem.
Okay, so now let me ask you this question. So let's say
Sure.
me, Joey, and OG wanted to order from you. Do we get the wholesale price or do we get a retail price? I'm just curious. We ask everybody this.
Well, I mean, it depends on it just depends if you are retailing. Let's say you're retailing to a location or doing something like that. I can do that. But if you doing like a special event, or something like that, yeah, I could do that for you as well.
Okay.
Okay.
I had something in my head.
Oh, gee, we need some questions here,
I
brother.
lost my question. I had it, and then okay. Now I remember. Took me a second. So I know you said you're working with a factory in the DR, and now you're working with a factory in Nicaragua as well, correct?
No, I'm just working with DR and Brooklyn right now.
Okay, just working with DR in Brooklyn. Now, is it a big factory in the DR, a smaller factory?
Big factory. Oh, this one, the second one that makes Perfecto is a smaller factory that I just started working with because I actually met the owner personally in Brooklyn, and I actually agreed to work with him. But yeah, so the bigger factory, that's the one that makes the Habano, the Beach Life, the Nicaragua. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, have you been to the factories in the DR at all?
I actually pick the blends out, sit down and talk with them. I actually learn to roll as well, but I don't really have the time and space.
Right.
But I actually go there. I'm actually going back in a couple of weeks.
Now, I love asking everybody this when they say they've gone to the factory, they've picked their blends. What was that process like, and kind of how many did you smoke throughout the days you were there? Did you smoke full size? Did you smoke little parejos? How did you kind of do that?
Well, when I first started, I actually had to smoke like 7 different cigars. I didn't actually smoke them all the way through
Right.
to get an idea of what I was looking for, to get the idea of the blend that I wanted and the particular taste. So the process really is you go there first, you do a walk around the factory, you get to smell all the different aromas, the different type of tobacco leaves, to get an idea. And like I said, I was kind of new in the field, so he was teaching me how to do that. Um, but that's basically the process. You go all the different leaves, different aromas, right? And then you go in the office, and then he lays out all these cigars, about 10 different cigars, and you just sit there and you smoke. So, do you like this one? Do you like this one? Do you like that one? So you don't actually smoke all the way through, but you try to get an idea of what you're looking for, the blend you're looking for, the taste you're looking for. That's basically the process when you go to the factory.
Now, what was your favorite part of that process? From, like you said, from walking around, smelling the aromas, looking at the field, looking at the plants, learning, and then to kind of smoking and blending your cigars. What was your favorite part of that experience?
Process, because remember, I was just a smoker before I got into the game, so I actually enjoy the entire process because they actually teach me about what cigars really are and what it takes to make a cigar.
Right.
Because when you're just smoking, you don't really care about that. But when you're actually in the business, you actually appreciate the whole process.
I was going to say, gives you like an
From the
appreciation for
making, the choosing of the blends. Yes, yes, that's the word I'm looking for. More appreciation for the business.
That's like when me, Joey, and OG went to Barn Smoker. OG's never been a barn smoker.
In
OG,
Connecticut
correct
for
us
Drew
if I'm
Estate.
wrong. OG had a blast with us. He had
Oh,
a
yeah.
blast at Barn Smoker.
And it's very, and it's funny, like you said, they take you to the fields and you see the field, where the tobacco is grown. They show you a mason jar that has like maybe that much of seeds and how it plants like, 10,000 tobacco plants. They take you to the curing barn. They show you the leaves on the curing barn, stuff like, obviously you don't see the rolling process because that's done in their factory. But like you see, like you said, all of the process leading up to that, they had a station that you can put your own wrapper on the cigar.
Joey put his wrapper on.
Did it perfectly.
And it fell apart because he forgot to do
And then I forgot to put the glue on, and then I had to unwrap it and put it back together, and it didn't come back the same.
Yeah.
But, it's like you said, it gives you more of an appreciation for what they do and what you're smoking because you've seen the seed, the field, and everything else. So what can people look forward to seeing from you in the coming year? Do you have any more releases coming out? What is next for you and your brand?
So I'm trying to do. I'm going to make the professional in Maduro. I'm not changing the blend at all, but I'm going to put the. I'm going to try to do it with a San Andreas Maduro strap.
Huh.
Yeah.
So that's the little perfecto that I
So,
smoke.
OG, what do you suggest he does with a cigar?
Yes.
Being that he smokes 7 cigars a day.
7 is a warm up for him.
What do you suggest he does, OG?
Hey man, I really don't. I can't answer that. I don't know. He's got a lot of blends out there. He's got a lot of cigars out there. I don't know what else he can make.
I kind of agree with
So
OG.
okay, I see. So the beach life you're gonna make into the beach life perfecto. You're gonna make into a Maduro. Yep.
Yeah. That's one of my new ideas already.
That one, yes.
Okay. I mean, if it's anything, if it's anything like this cigar, I can definitely see that being a big hit because it's that small size that people are looking for. It's going to pack that punch for the fuller body smokers, and it's going to give you all of that richness of that San Andreas wrapper. Now, what is besides your own brand? And we like to ask this question. Besides your own brand, what is your go-to brand, or what other cigars do you like to smoke?
So my go-to cigar is my father's cigar, Grand Robusto.
My Father Judge Grand Robusto.
My Father
That's the
Judge.
what, 5.5 by 60, I think it is, or something like that.
It's actually 5 by 60, but it's built more square, so you can't really tell.
Right.
It's kind of a square way. I guess we would call box press cigar.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's an amazing cigar. I love that cigar. That's one of my go-tos. Another brand I like is Inch.
So,
yeah,
I'm going to ask you this question. Have you ever
Sure.
smoked a Jonathan Drew cigar?
Drew Estate.
Drew Estate.
Yes, I have. When I first started smoking, I was smoking flavored. I like the Javas. I like the Bettys. Like I said, it's been a minute, so I can't remember all of them. But like those are that's what I used to like for Drew Estate. I like some of their regular blends as well. But I like Drew Estate.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
No, and we always like asking those questions because a lot of people, and this is something we've learned talking to other brand and business owners of cigar companies, and OG can tell you this. People think a lot of brand owners only smoke their stuff, but every brand owner we've spoke to will tell you, in order to be good at what you're doing in the cigar industry, you have to smoke everything that's out there.
And Jonathan Drew will smoke whatever he can.
And that's kind of what we've learned is, while you may have your own brand, you still have to go out there and see what's new on the market, see what's been out, and to be able to either not make something that's out already or kind of replicate it, but put your own twist on it. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand as well.
So it's like the box press cigars. Like nobody realizes why they made a box press cigar. A box press cigar was made because when you puff on a cigar, you get the air in between your lips.
The two sides of your mouth.
And it extends.
It cools the smoke off.
It extends the taste and it cools off the smoke. Where when you smoke a round cigar, it doesn't do that because all you're doing is puffing and letting go. You know, nobody realizes that. And I found that out through our buddy Rick Rodriguez, who has his own cigars out West Hampton. So
now, have you considered making a box press cigar? Is that something you're eventually going to do down the line?
I might consider it, but I try to be the reason why I like handmade, I try to be unique and appreciate the culture of the cigars being handmade. That was my real purpose and theme behind my brand.
Okay. No, and that's what we like as well. We like people who take pride in their product, who take pride in working with people who want you to have the best product you can possibly have. I mean, we've had people on here that put their cigars out and they didn't really take their time with it, and you could tell it showed in the product, where you can see through what you've learned and what you know and the way you're telling us all about your stuff that you not only take pride in your product, but you want to make sure that the best possible product gets in the hands of the consumers.
correct.
It takes a lot because you have to really get better at this. You have to actually sit with your customers, smoke with them, have conversation with them, listen to the criticism of the customer. All right, so I have customers in Abu Dhabi, loves my Nicaragua. I sat them with another guy, and he said to me, "I love it, but I want it stronger." So these things you have to listen to and you have to take in, and that makes you better. So now you can improve your product. So it's very important.
Right.
So to listen to your customers, have a conversation with them, and that makes you again, like you say, you smoke other cigar brands, and you get ideas. Like the reason for my 5x60, this actually the gauge actually came about smoking an Inch brand. I don't know if you heard of Inch brand, but like they have a 5x60, which I'm in love with, and that's what inspired me to make this 5x60 as well. So smoking other brands gives you ideas. It makes you better at what you're doing, right? So,
Right.
and you always have to maintain quality and freshness. That's very important because your brand is always at stake.
Right. Now I'm gonna turn it over to the OG so that he can ask his favorite question that he loves to ask and find out from everybody that we interview. And I think it's a great question. So I'm gonna turn it over to him to go ahead and ask away about that question and let him do his thing.
All right, so you can get 1 hour of uninterrupted time, no phone calls, no business, no interruptions whatsoever. Who would you spend that time with, that 1 hour to smoke a cigar with?
It could be past,
Okay,
present.
with a friend of mine. Well, the friend I have now, it's a guy that I grew up with here in Barbados. We actually went to school together. His name is Reynolds. We are friends for 30 years. He is one of the few people in my life that I can be what you call be myself, where like the jokes, the memories, stuff like that. That's one of the few people that I can say that I can spend an uninterrupted hour and just have fun. Like it's like being back as a kid growing up. So that's one of my few people that I would spend an interrupted hour with because it's like it's like growing up again with him. It's just fun.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So, being that you're down there in Barbados now, have you ran into the Reynolds guy and have you guys smoked or what?
He's actually back in New York. He's not here right now. Uh, so
Now,
I did talk to him on the phone.
has he tried your brand yet? Has he sat down and smoked with you?
Yes, he have. Yes, he have.
And what does he think about you guys being friends for so long, starting your own brand, and kind of what you've done?
He loves it. He appreciates it. He compliments me all the time. He's very happy for me that I went that route. Um, yeah, so we talk all the time. He's very happy with that.
And you said you were retired from where again?
NYPD, New York.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
your service. Sorry you got out so soon, but I'm right behind you. I got out last year, so I'm good.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service as well.
I guess I'm covered with
Man,
them.
yeah, you are, for being so new in the business. I will say your knowledge is very you have a lot of knowledge behind you, which to me is a very big thing, because you don't hear a whole lot about brands like yours, where you're only a couple years old, that have such vast knowledge of cigars behind them.
Correct.
Now, I think we touched on it a little bit. I know you said this is a 5x60 San Andreas wrapper. What is the blend inside? You might have touched on it, and I might have missed it.
Oh, so it's the wrapper is the wrapper is San Andreas Maduro. The filler is Dominican and Cuban seed, and the binder is Indonesia Sumatra.
And now this is made in your factory in DR?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, I know you said it's a bigger factory. Are you allowed to share the name, or would you prefer not to? It's totally up to you.
I could share it. The company's called Essentia.
Okay. Okay. They make a lot of different, that company probably makes a whole lot of different brands.
Yes,
So
they do.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's brands out there that we've smoked that, we don't even know that that's where it's made.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, any questions for us, being that you've kind of covered a whole lot about your brand and kind of what you do, and you got any questions for us? Anything we can also do to help you as well? Just reach out to us and let us know. We'll help you out any way we can, whether it's, you want to have us try whatever new stuff you have coming out. You want to come on and film a little interview while we're smoking it, and kind of do like a live or recorded, like, raw kind of taste test, tasting panel. That's always open to you as well. Now, do you guys have, I know you have the cigars and stuff, do you have shirts and hats or anything like that people can order? Or is that
Shirts, hats, lighters, sweatshirts, hats, mugs, you name it, I have it.
okay? No, and that's a big thing, because we had sat down with another company, Revere. We had actually just interviewed him as well. He had reached out to us because he had seen our content pop up in his Instagram feed.
Right.
And he's the same way. He said, I sent you guys, I reached out to you guys. He's like, and I sent you lighters, whiskey glasses, pins. He said, because I'm a swag port, as he calls it, when it comes to cigar companies. He said he likes to collect swag, or what he can get his hands on. So that's why I like to ask that question, because there are people that do like to collect cigar stuff, whether it's lighters, hats, cutters, shirts, mugs. That's why I ask, because it's always an interesting concept to hear what different companies have. And OG can tell you, we've seen all kinds of swag from cigar companies on this show.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it gets very interesting when you get people who are very creative. They get very creative with what they put their stuff on. So it always interests me to see what companies offer, because I've seen beach balls, I've seen frisbees, I've seen footballs, lighters, cutters, I've seen napkins. I mean, you name it.
Well, for me, I actually made those for my personal. I made blankets for to be on an airplane with. I have beach towels. I've made beach slippers. But those are for me. But like, if someone wants them, I can have it. That's not a problem. I just try to be creative because, like I said, when you are a small guy in this big tobacco market, it's like
Right.
you have to market yourself. So you always have to be creative, put interesting things out there. I don't know. When I first started this cigar game, until I really start using, like, I mean, people that know me personally, that I smoke with in the lounge, knew I had cigars, but didn't know that I actually go to the factory and do the legwork. They thought I was just one of those guys who was just buying cigars and put a label on it until I actually post my videos of me being in the factory.
Right.
Actually, you know, so that taught me a lot with the Instagram, that you have to, that constant content makes people look at you different,
Correct.
So Instagram has been really great for me and my business, because it gives me a lot of exposure. Uh, you know, just seeing what I do and what I have. Like I said, I have a little bit of everything. And like I said, in the business, your brain is constantly going. So
Right.
sometimes you have those sleepless nights where you're just thinking about this new idea, this new cigar, where you would like to be. So that's for me. That's how it's been.
No, and that's good. And a lot. We've interviewed a couple of companies who even started their own YouTube channel where they
Hmm.
post content about their cigars. Like they'll do like a 10-minute kind of breakdown of their cigar and what's in it, and then sometimes they'll smoke it and kind of walk you through the transitions in the cigars and the flavor notes and profiles and stuff like that. It's actually an interesting concept, that a lot of companies are starting to do now as well. And even though YouTube can sometimes be somewhat of a what's up, Uncle Hector? Uncle Hector's watching, OG.
A longtime friend of the show.
Yes, very long time friend of the show, and a guy who is very good friends with our blender that we're working with in Florida. So I'm excited for that as well. Um, but yeah, I mean, I appreciate you coming on. I look forward to having you back again for sure. And just tell people again where they can follow you, where they can order your stuff. This way, if they want to get it, they can go get it and try it.
Is the actual website to order from. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Caribe Cigars on Instagram.
Okay. So there you have it, guys. CaribeBlissCigars.com. Follow him on Instagram at Caribe Bliss Cigars. Go pick up your cigars. I can tell you won't be disappointed. This one so far out of what you sent, besides the Bayville one that you had sent me, this right here is probably my favorite because I enjoy this 5x60 size. I don't do a whole lot of big ring gauges, but I do like those shorter, bigger ring gauge smokes every once in a while. So it's good for me to have. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you. We would love to have you back again. If you release something new and you want to come on, or like I said, you want to do a raw testing panel, you let us know and we'll make it happen. And we appreciate you and hope to talk to you again soon.
Okay, I want to look forward to that.
Yes. So
And I want to thank you guys as well for allowing me to be here on your platform.
absolutely. And like I said, you're always welcome back. Anything we can do to help you, you let us know. Between myself, OG, and my dad, we will, do what we can to help get your brand out there and make sure people know about it because the cigars are fantastic.
Appreciate that as well.
No problem, and thank you. So on that note, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we will see you on the other side.
You're just as scared as I am of this, but we both know love is always a risk. And when the storm clouds come, most will run away. But between you and I, all I have to say is, baby, we belong together, you and I. Even through the worst weather, the sun will always rise. And through the darkest nights, we will be just fine. And we'll be left with lavender sky, lavender sky. We've both been hurt like hell before, but we both know sometimes love is a war. And when the storm clouds come, most won't stand in the rain and dance. But between you and I, we should take a chance. 'Cause baby, we belong together, you and I. Even through the worst weather, the sun will always rise. And through the darkest nights, we will be just fine. And we'll be left with lavender skies, lavender skies. It might take a while to figure some things out. Nothing worth it comes easy. Through the time and miles, I've never had a doubt. I need you and you need me. 'Cause baby, we belong together, you and I. Even through the worst weather, the sun will always rise. 'Cause baby, we belong together, you and I. Even through the worst weather, the sun will always rise. And through the darkest nights, we will be just fine. And we'll be left with lavender skies, lavender skies.
So we are back. We are winding down here. Like I said, we want to thank Mr. Ellis for jumping on with us. and letting us smoke his cigars with him. And now I'm going to put you down, and then we're going to wrap up here with our last few minutes of covering some wrestling. If you want to hang around for a few minutes, if not, then you can go. It is okay. And then we will finish wrapping up here and go from there. So I'm going to drop you down, and then me and the OG are going to get back to a little bit of SummerSlam and talk about some night 2 and get back with you guys again next week.
All right, I'll finish up. I'll keep you posted.
Yes.
If you get a chance, just send me
Yeah, shirt sizes. I'll send some shirts over to you.
Most definitely we will. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you again for coming on, and we appreciate you jumping on with us. So, OG, we are back to our wrestling talk. I thought let's just start with the fact of, I just read it again. I forgot about this. Totally forgot to touch on this. The return of Haku to WWE programming.
Oh, that was. You didn't know about it, did you?
I had no
I did
clue it was
not.
Haku. I had heard Rikishi coming back.
I saw the cane, and I went, "Oh, no way!"
Well, my favorite part of that whole thing was not even him calling them the Sons of Haku. Nothing. It was what MFT now stands for. You know what it stands for?
No, what does it stand for?
Motherfucking Tongans. And I'm going to say it, I don't care. That's what it stands for. That's been confirmed that it now stands for that. And it doesn't stand for my family tree or my family tribe. It stands for the motherfucking Tongans.
That's unbelievable. That was a great surprise.
Oh my God, that was awesome. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Now, you watched all of last night, correct?
I just finished the last match with Oba and Brock. What a great
Fantastic
finish.
match. I mean, I thought that match, people hated it. I thought it was great. What popped me more out of that entire match was when Brock hit the tombstone and threw the
On
arms
the floorboard.
over like Taker and threw the tongue out. And to me, he did, if you watch that match, he did a lot of odes to Undertaker throughout. And it was little ones that people didn't catch. Like when Brock sat up and looked at Oba and he started laughing. If people don't remember, Taker did that to Brock when they fought at WrestleMania. So it's kind of a flashback to that. And then the tombstone on the boards. And then the way Oba won by putting literally, as Arn Anderson and everybody would say, spine on the pine. And that's exactly how he won. Yeah. Incredible. Punk and Cody was incredible. I mean,
that was another great
people
match.
hated night 1. I thought night 1 was great. What a lot of people didn't like was night 1 throughout all of the matches, if you watched, was a slow build. All the matches started out slow, which is how it's supposed to be.
I think they're going to find that people that didn't like night 1 will appreciate it more after night 2. I don't anticipating night 2 being as dramatic as night 1, because the headline should have been Oba Brock night 2, and instead we're going to get Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, and I think that's not going to live up to it.
I mean, it's what, match number 5,003, but I will say each time they do deliver. I can't knock that. They deliver.
I'm not saying that.
Time. No. I'm saying to the
I'm not saying that.
home. It might be match number however many in their rivalry, but man, they deliver every single time, and I can't be mad at that.
No, I'm not. I don't want to poo-poo the match.
Right.
I'm just saying, in my mind, I don't think it's going to live up to Brock Oba.
It may not.
You know, the unsung hero in that match was Paul Heyman. His reaction throughout the entire match
always is the unsung
were
hero.
so spot on, and they come across genuine.
And yes, and my favorite commentary line of that match was the very opening comment by Michael Cole when Brock came through the curtain. And that was, to steal a line from my old favorite broadcast partner, Taz, "Here comes the pain." And that was absolutely, that was poetic. That was beautiful because it literally sums up the entirety of Brock's career.
I thought he was going to say, when he stood up on the desk, the announcer desk, I thought the line was going to be the freak that beat the streak. And he twisted a little bit. It wasn't quite exact, but I think if he said the freak that beat the streak, it would have just slammed that home.
I mean, you know, Brock was a once in a generation athlete. Let's just start there. I mean, once in a generation athlete. You'll never see something like that ever again. The only one that might come close potentially is Braun Breaker.
They got to pick it up with him, man. They got to pick it up with him.
Believe me, I could do a whole nother episode on just that alone.
I love Breaker.
And now you have Scott Steiner's kid who's in the NFL, who when he said when he's done in the NFL and he's done playing, he's going with his cousin.
Oh, what a team that will be.
Again, if he's anything like his father and his uncle and his cousin, you can strap a rocket to him and send him to the moon. Now, night one, the highlight of the night to me, and not in a bad way, forget Oba Brock, forget Punk and Cody and the return of Randy, and I'm not knocking any of that because I was excited to see Randy come back.
I didn't see that either coming.
Favorite part of the night, and I told you this from the beginning, was going to be the show stealer of the night, and that was the national treasure Nick Aldis versus Gunther. That was by far my favorite match of the night because it delivered on every single level.
Nick showed up. He performed beyond my expectations
and looked tremendous.
In Gunther, he sold it like I've never seen Gunther sell anything in all of his matches.
When you're getting in there with a guy with all those accolades, right? And that's not a knock on the WWE guys. It's not a knock on AJ, Goldberg, whatever. But you're getting in a ring with a guy who's been champion all over the world numerous times. He has held the most coveted title in the industry today and probably ever in the NWA Championship. And the fact that, you know, having Wade Barrett on commentary, who started with Nick Aldis, sold it even so much more as a not an underdog story, but a life story.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, that delivered on every level that I knew Nick Aldis could deliver on.
You know what more popped me for that match was at the very end when they went off the air and Nick is in front of Hunter and he hands his resignation.
And Hunter
then
tells him no.
The moment Hunter started tearing that, I'm like, boom, Nick is not going anywhere.
You did what a man has to do. You went out there and settled it like we do in WWE. You fought for what you believed in. Now it's time to get back to work.
Yep. I loved it. I loved it.
I'm going to say what everybody don't want to say. That's not the end of Nick Aldis in a WWE ring. Not even fucking close.
I think that match was huge for Nick Aldis to prove himself and to keep him in the ring. To keep him in the ring.
Not only that, Nick tells you, you know, when I started and I got the call, he goes, I wasn't ready. He tells you he wasn't ready for WWE that young.
Yeah.
He said, I wasn't ready. Now he's ready. And, you know, his success came young, especially in TNA, and they shot him to the moon. I was a big fan of Nick back then.
Yep.
British Invasion team with Doug Williams. I mean, that was a great pairing. Nick is another one who is just a stellar fucking athlete. Stellar.
And the GM role allowed him to refine his mic skills. Because I'll be honest with you, I was not a fan of his mic skills before, even in other companies. And that role allowed him to really develop the ability to speak and to sell without getting in the ring.
Oh,
And that's
absolutely.
that's huge part of wrestling for wrestlers,
right?
Is the mic.
And I think that also proved to WWE and TKO.
And
by
I got a bone to pick with you. I do have a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
I didn't know this. How come you didn't tell me Nikki James was his wife?
Yeah, I've said that numerous times.
No, I've never heard you say that.
Yeah, I thought you knew that already.
No, I was stunned when they were like, Nikki James comes in with her son, and I'm like,
yeah,
what the hell is she doing there? And then Michael Cole or Barrett, one of them says his wife Nikki James, and I'm like,
yeah.
Wait a minute,
He's been married. They've been married since TNA.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they've been married a very long time. But I mean, I think to me, by him having that match, getting the pop he got from the crowd, shows that number one, he's over with their audience. Number two, people know who he is regardless of him being the GM of SmackDown.
Right.
So I think that shows TKO that you can make money with him.
It was huge. His performance was huge.
The one that I wish they would let lace up the boots, and he may not even want to, is Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is another multi-time NWA champion across the board.
I wouldn't be surprised now that Nick was in the ring.
I don't
that
know
you
if
could
Adam
see those
wants it.
two. I could see those two as GMs having a tiff with people and getting in the ring with them.
Now I would
GM.
love to see that handled by like Nick did, but Adam Pearce, if anybody doesn't know what he's done, go look up Adam Pearce's career and his matches, because that dude was on another level when he wrestled.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the Iron Man. He was the Scrap Daddy, Adam Pearce. I mean, that dude has done Ring of Honor, NWA. He was big in NWA, multi-time champion, multi-time Ring of Honor champion. He's been all over Japan, Europe, you name it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not surprised. I feel like Adam, it might be a little past the time Adam's got to get in the ring. But who knows? I mean, Adam's been doing it, almost 5 years now? Like Nick's been doing it 3 or 4? I mean, it's possible. It's possible that you see Adam Pearce in the ring. I think you're going to see more of Nick Aldis in the ring. Night 2 is shaping up to be fantastic with the ladder match. I think it's going to be great. That women's ladder match, you have Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio for the Human Monies on a pole. I mean, this whole Night 2 card is shaping up to be absolutely fantastic. I'm excited.
Sorry, I made it through the whole show with no one calling me, and just now someone called, knocked my audio out. I just got it back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got it back.
Okay. So Night 2 is shaping up to be great with that women's match. That I'm excited for that ladder match. I can't lie, personally. That ladder match I think is going to be fantastic. You got Danhausen wrestling tonight.
I'm not pooing Night 2. I think it's going to be very entertaining, but I think people will look back after Night 2 is done and say Night 1 was better.
Now, I will tell you, I feel like they can't ever turn Solo heel again. Because Solo, the way he is now, is absolutely hilarious.
Completely entertaining now.
I don't think you can turn him heel again. I don't think you can. There's no way. I feel like that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's gonna I love the dynamics now with Haku being back.
Oh,
the tribal wars have just now
not only
gone
the
through the
tribal
roof.
wars, I would love to see them bring back, as much as people are going to hate me, I'd love to see them bring back Tongaloa and put the three brothers together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's got to happen.
And I love to
this
see him
point
bring
now.
Rikishi back. I love to see him bring Rikishi
They
back.
talked about bringing Rikishi back for the bloodline.
Well, now will they because of that fuck up with ROH?
What do you mean?
It wasn't an ROH that he had the fuck up with the they staged that beating and then it turned real.
No, they didn't. Oh no, they didn't stage. They didn't. So that was his company. That was Knox Pro. They didn't stage that. They thought that he knew it wasn't. They thought Raja knew, but Raja shouldn't have done what he did regardless. That's a whole nother.
Oh yeah.
story.
No, I'm not saying that. But Rikishi took a lot of heat for that.
He did, and he stepped away from Knox Pro since. He has some stuff he had to take care of. I'd love to see him brought back to be the tribal chief of the bloodline, the elder. There's talk Zilla might show up. I mean, to me, if you bring Zilla in, you have to put him and Jacob together.
Yeah.
As a tag team. Only because I've seen what they've done on the independents together and separately. They both can go either way regardless. Separate, together, it doesn't matter. I think if you bring Zilla in, you add another dynamic into the tag team division.
Yep.
But Zilla's also one you can shoot out on his own right away.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Night 2, there's talks Kevin Owens was supposed to come back as a
Might
new
be
opponent
tonight
for Cody. Randy came back last night. Kevin should be on his way, hopefully. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can come out of night 2. I don't know.
What I would love to see is Randy coming back, make an appearance again tonight, and then KO come to his rescue. That would blow the roof off and be a great starting block.
Maybe KO, maybe Sammy wrestles Finn for the title tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, I personally want to see Finn win because it's been 10 years since he's held the title, and I think he's well deserving of it. Sammy being a former champion, who knows? KO could come back and help his old buddy win the title. So, on that note, guys.
Or betray him.
Could be. We don't know. Stay tuned next week to
We'll
find
see.
out what happens. So, on that note, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.
Hi, I'm Beaker with Military Broadcast Radio TV. We're your virtual MWR, bringing veterans radio, podcasts, gaming, animation, 3D printing, and a community that never leaves you behind. Download our Roku or mobile app today.
Wisdom to share if you listen this week, so pull up a chair and stay for a spell. We're heading down a trail where good stories dwell. It's